Guys, my name is Marcelo, and this video will learn how to read data from Excel file and export the data to a variable, and then how to write Excel files. So first, let's learn how to read data from the Excel file. So first, to read data from Excel file, we have to use the action launch Excel. So we always have to use this action when we want to work with Excel. So if you want to write to Excel file, get data from certain cell or something else from Excel, so use some action related to Excel, you always have first to launch Excel. So first, let's use this action. And then here first we have to indicate if we want to open a blank document, so a new Excel file, or if we have some existent Excel file. And then in this case we have to indicate the path. So let's select this option. And now let's indicate the Excel file. So I have already created one just to test. So let's click here to indicate it. And now let's select the Excel file. Then here on make instance visible, it's an option that allows us to choose if you want the Excel to be visible or not. So let's leave like this. So will be visible, the instance. And now here on variables produced, we can see that will be created a variable Excel instance that represents the Excel instance initiated. So now let's click on save. And now let's execute our automation to see what happens. So let's click here on run to execute our automation. And now we can see that was initiated our Excel. So now that our automation is launching our Excel file that we want to read the data. Now let's use the action that extracts the data from the Excel file. So let's just close or minimize our Excel file. And now here on actions, let's type in Excel to see actions related to Excel. And here we can see the action read from Excel worksheet. So this action allows us to extract the data from Excel worksheets. So let's drag this action to our automation after launch Excel. And then here first we have to select option retrieve. So here we can select if we want to get the value from a single cell, if you want to get values from a range of cells, or values from a selection. So in this case, let's select values from a range of cells. And now we have to indicate the range. So first, we want to read from the column A to B. So here, start column, it's the A, and end column, it's the B. And now start row and end row. So here we can see start row, it's the one that has the column names, and end row, it's the 6. So here let's indicate 1 and 6 on any row. Now here on advanced we have the option to indicate that our first line of range contains column names. So because it's true, let's enable this option in my case, because on my Excel file the first line it's the column names. And now we can see here on variables produced the variable Excel data, and this variable will be of type data table that will get will have the extracted data from the Excel file. So now let's click here on save and let's run our automation to see if it's extracting the data from the Excel file. So let's close the Excel and now let's run our automation. And now let's do double click on Excel data, so the data table that should get the data extracted from the Excel file. And now we can see here the data extracted from the Excel file. So we can see here the column names and the data from the Excel. So now that our automation is reading the data from the Excel file, let's learn how to write this data that we extracted to a variable on another Excel file. So let's close this window. And now because we want to write the data on another Excel file, we have to use another launch Excel. So let's use another action launch Excel. So now at this time, let's launch a blank document, so a new Excel file. And here on variables producer, we can see so that we have a new Excel instance. So at this time, Excel instance 2. So let's save our configuration. Now, to write the data to Excel file, we have to use the action write to Excel worksheet. So let's drag this action after the launch Excel, the new one. And first, we have to indicate the Excel instance. So at this case, we have to indicate the Excel instance 2 because this one represents the new Excel file. So let's select this one. And now here on value to write, we have to indicate the value that we want to write to the Excel file. So in this case, let's indicate here our data table, so the Excel data. Now here on the write mode, we have two options. We have the option to write on a specific cell or on currently active cell. So let's select this option because the currently active cell, when we open a new Excel file, it's always the first cell. So let's leave this option and let's save our automation. So in this case, our configuration related to the action. And now let's close our Excel files and let's run our automation. So our automation already finished its execution, and we can see here two Excel files. So the first one is the one that we read data from, so we extract the data from it. And the second, it's so the new Excel file that has now the data extracted from the first Excel file. So now to finish, let's close these Excels on our automation. So let's use the actions close Excel. So the first one will be to close the first Excel file. And first we have to indicate the Excel instance. So in this case is the Excel instance, the first one that represents the Excel file that we extracted data from. And now let's click on save. And now the last one, close Excel. So here let's drag this action and let's select the Excel instance 2, represents the new Excel file. And now here, before closing Excel, because this Excel file is a new one, let's here select the option Save Document. And by selecting this option, Power Automate Desktop will save the Excel file on the default saving folder on Excel. So let's click here on Save. And now let's run again our automation. So let's run it. So the automation finished its execution, and now we can see that the Excel files are not open because the close Excel actions closed them. But now if we go to the default saving folder that it's defined on Excel, so let's go to it, we can see a new Excel file, so the book one. So let's open it. And now we can see here the data extracted from the first Excel file. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more automation related videos. Bye bye.